Right, welcome back to the channel everyone. I've been struggling this week, haven't I, Suze, because just been in a bad mood, I haven't had any creativity, so I haven't been able to think of anything to make a video about, which is not like me. So I woke up in a great mood this morning, very joyful, very like full of life, so that's great. Gonna go for a little bike ride on the BSA.
Done a fitness
Class. My mum and dad are coming out to Portugal. Susie's mum and dad have been out. So we've got visitors, which is really nice. Just going to go on a ride out today, and just for the sake of enjoying it. So I might record some stuff and I might not. Let's see what happens.
Right, welcome back everyone. So out for a little ride today. I'm going to show you the beach, which is Praia de Galé. So we're in a little town called Galé, as I mentioned on the previous video. So we'll just pop down this road to the beach. Now there's lots of villas along here. This is where the property gets a little bit more expensive. So you're looking at between 3 and 5 million for one of these villas. And I think they have long gardens that probably look out towards the sea. Oh, nice. So if you look down there, I'll just go pull in here a second. So you've got some biggish waves today because the wind's up.
I never really know what's going on. Look at me sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out.
Alright, so that is Galé Beach. I'm just going to head up the road. And I'm going to go on a little trip today to Silves that I haven't actually been to before, but if you want to come along and explore, then please do, it'll be fun. Something else I wanted to mention in today's little ride-along video is that the aggressiveness and mean-spiritedness of Facebook groups has increased dramatically in the last few months. So I don't know quite what's got into the water, but some people on there are just so rude, and it's actually putting me off social media a little bit. Of course, here I am on YouTube making a video, but I think I've had some iffy comments, but nothing kind of aggressive and insulting, just more abrupt criticism. That's fine. But some of the people on Facebook, they just say whatever they want, and it's pretty rude. It ruins the nice energy of the group, because if everyone's friendly and kind of complimentary to each other, you know, you're more encouraged to post. There's more people willing to look at the motorcycle and maybe even potentially purchase one. If whenever you put something up you just get torn to shreds, then it discourages people who are perhaps lurking a little bit from actually posting. It's a real shame. It's a real shame. Right, I've just arrived into Silves, and it's an absolutely amazing town. Just shows how different the southern Algarve is to a little bit further inland. I've ridden along this road. I've just looped back so I can show you. And this is the riverfront section of Silves, and when I come around the corner you'll just see how nice it is with this traditional bridge there. That's the pedestrian bridge, and then you've got this stretch of cafes and everything just along the riverfront with people just enjoying themselves. And that cafe culture which Europe has is so nice, where people just sit outside, meet each other for an afternoon drink. Obviously the weather's better, they support the local businesses and that kind of thing. You don't see any chain coffee shops here. It's just really, really nice. Over here on my right there's this river running through the town. And it's such a nice place, you know. I'm actually going to stop and just do some B-roll so you can actually see what the place is like. I think I've got an opportunity up here just to pull over. Here you go, look at this.
Our hearts beat to to the city streets, we began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine.
Right, well there you can see the castle which dominates Silves. It's quite striking really, with a red brick. Like it's a really kind of rusty red. And then we'll just ride through the middle of town, just have a look at everything. Really traditional feel to the buildings. The town just got patina, isn't it? Everything just looks worn, but in a good way. It's quite hard to describe unless you're actually here. Oh, and there's the ramparts of the castle. Look at this. Okay, I'm just going to stop here. Look at the pink tiles on that building there. I'm just leaving Silves now. We're going to head along a mountain road up to a few villages, and then we're going to end up hopefully in Montchique, which I've been recommended to go and see. So that's what we'll do now. Right, I'm on the M502 just outside of Silves, and look at these hills. And more interestingly than that, look at all the dirt tracks all over them. It just looks like a playground for adventure bikes. If I had better tyres on the BSA, I'd give it a go. I'd ride up and down some of these tracks for fun, but I can't really do that with the tyres I've got on. But look at it. It looks so fun going up there. So anyone who's interested in off-road riding and their adventure bikes and stuff, just look at this place. I mean, some of them look a little bit steep to attempt on any motorcycle, like up there. But they're obviously for something, whether it's a 4x4 or some kind of motorsport. But look at the steepness of that track. It's there for a reason. It's not just for goats or people to walk up. That is a road. It's got track marks on it of some description. Oh, almost ended up in the ditch. That happens when you're trying to narrate. I have to admit, I am trying to rack up some miles on the BSA. And I'm one of those strange people who likes to get some miles under my belt on each bike. With the Vosges, I was quite pleased to have done 10,000 miles. Obviously, the higher miles you have on a bike, the less valuable it is. But I like bikes to be ridden, and I love having the experience of riding a lot of miles on a bike, because you seem to learn the bike a little bit more deeply if you understand its foibles, and you only really get that by riding it as much as you can in lots of different conditions. So really, with, let's just check, 1300 miles on the clock, I haven't really done that much on the BSA, but I am going to give it a bit more of a few longer runs out, see how we get on. But this road is amazing. So anybody who's coming to Portugal, like, check this out. We're kind of in the middle of the Algarve, actually in the middle from east to west, and in the middle from north to south as well. It's the M502. And these roads are the best ones. I don't want to go on the motorway. Look at this little A road, or B road, whatever you call it over here, M road. Amazing. Oh, there's the boys, look. That actually surprised me then. I wasn't looking out. A bit dangerous. Go on. It looks like other people value these roads. However, they all did have big adventure bikes. I think I saw a GS, a Ducati, an Africa Twin. I can play back the footage and have a look what bikes they were. So I've got a full tank of fuel, got my BSA Goldstar, big single thumping underneath me, and off I go. Well, I've just adventure. Well, some people might think that it's a bit tame, but for me it's an adventure. I'm just loving it. Like, what's not to like? This is just a ride for the sake of a ride, just for the joy of riding, and it's definitely not disappointing. Look at that. Thanks. Tuck in. I've inadvertently joined a group ride, which I don't normally do, but with big adventure bikes, and I'm this little BSA. Very much the most simple and cheapest motorcycle here in this pack. Let them go past again. Oh, he flew past then. He's probably got the right bike for it. I think that was like a one of the RT Ranger bikes. Is it a Boxer? I don't see when he goes around the bend. Yeah, it's a Boxer, so that'll be an R1250 RS, not the GS, which is actually better for these kind of roads. Although they are like pushing on a bit, I'll give them that. I think the guy at the back must be one of the guides or something, because he's stopped and looking after people, making sure the group sticks together. But there they go. Right, well, I'm on this road which is outside of Silves, and it's absolutely brilliant. I would recommend anyone who wants to come up into the Algarve just to ride this road for fun. It's called the M502, and basically there's no one up here. I've seen one car, one van, and those 5 or 6 adventure bikes are black past. On the hills you see all sorts of little tracks and inclines and rutted mud paths. I think if you had an adventure bike and you were a little bit of skill, you could have great fun out here. And just look at it. I got clouds in the background, I got my BSA there, just sat there, and the BSA is just performing really well. It's fully run in. The suspension is obviously not perfect, but it's great for this type of riding. There's no proper potholes, it's just bumps and lumps in the tarmac, and it's just great. It's really, really fun. I'm just having a great day, so I'm going to get back on the road and see where we end up. Right guys, catch you soon. Right, well, it was all going so well, and then I was coming down this big slope, as you can see behind me, and there's a cyclist coming. I noticed a bloody pain in my arm, on my elbow, and something has been in my jacket sleeve, and it's left its stinger embedded in my elbow. Coming down this hill, and slam the brake on. Like, it's a bit of a scary feeling when you know something's in your jacket stinging you repeatedly. Well, that's the answer. It was a little bumblebee, and unfortunately he's now given his life. So sorry buddy, that would have been better off if neither of us had met each other like that.
I never really know what's But if you don't wanna tell me now, I guess I'll never know. Losing almost all my energy. It's getting hard to talk to you, and I'm the only one who speaks. It's all the things you never showed. They're all the things
Right, road updates. We're now on the road to... Oh, look at this guy. Oh, you can't see him anymore. He's going down there on his Ducati. Absolutely... he's just having a great fun. Anyway, road update. We're currently heading towards Monchique. This road now is probably one of the best motorcycling roads I've ever been on. I mean, I'll show you the time-lapse footage just to get an idea of it, but it's absolutely incredible. I'll do a video with the name. I'll put the name of the road in the video, but it's wild. And do you know what's amazing? Let me just flip the camera around. I'm having as much fun on this as I would on my Daytona on these roads, and that's not an exaggeration. It's such a nice bike just to blip around on. The only thing which is putting me off a little bit is the tyres, the old Pirellis I've got on there. But that said, I mean, that's a minor thing. I mean, I'm still finding quite a lot of confidence with the bike. It's so like weighty and stable into turns. And yeah, I don't think I'd have any more fun on this road if I was riding my Daytona. So it's super. Whew. This is honestly one of the best motorcycling roads I've ever ridden on. Look how smooth the tarmac is. It's not too much of a fast road, so the curves are quite technical, I would say. But as proved by the guy going past on his Panigale, I think it was a V2, you could actually learn a lot about how to ride a motorcycle on these roads. And there's bugger all traffic up here as well. It's really amazing how this bike rides. I've frequently said there's no point of having a sports bike in today's day and age, but I have to say I might have to retract that statement. In the UK there's probably no point in having a sports bike, but on roads like that, perfectly smooth tarmac, nobody about, nice sunshine, the argument rears its head again. Having a sports bike would be absolutely hilarious fun.